Hey guys, this is crazy. I'm gonna do like a quick selfie with everyone. You know, there's kind of like a, I don't know, Oscar Awards selfie. So everyone kind of like put your best smiley face on. So I'm gonna do a quick one. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right. Thank you for the introduction. That was amazing. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna crack on. Yes, I have, yeah, this is a real message, by the way. None of these messages I'm showing here are not true, but they're all true. So yes, my name is Janvier Wete. So I started a platform called Minute Shorts. Essentially, actually, how many people here have heard of Minute Shorts? Can I just get some hands? Cool, yeah, we've got some fans over there. So those who don't know Minute Shorts, essentially it's a platform that allows you to watch like incredible short films, and then also discover incredible film talent from around the world. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to play you guys a little clip so you guys can kind of get a sense of like what sort of films we showcase.
You're through to your conscious mind. To help us direct your call correctly, please look at your hands and say,
where is the key to freedom, despite these cycles that spin us through life?
What was all like? No, I don't know, I'm happy or sad, I don't know what's going on.
Life is about failing, but also about winning. I think failing is the most important thing, because it's the hardest thing.
Cool, amazing. Did you guys enjoy that, right? Amazing. So these are some of the accolades we, got mentioned. So shout out to people from like Vogue. You guys got a Vogue? Yeah. Okay. And a few other people. So yeah, but in this talk, I'm not gonna focus on this bit here. I'm gonna start from right at the beginning when the idea of Minute Shorts kind of birthed. So prior to Minute Shorts, like the gentleman here explained, so I used to produce and direct commercials and adverts, or the same thing, yeah, and documentaries. So I worked with brands such as Nike, Adidas, Apple, and I worked with Vice and a few other companies, or BBC. You guys heard of BBC as well, right? And so when I was working at the time, it must be 2016, and I always loved short film. That's something I've always loved, this kind of miniature, capsule of a time someone can kind of capture and create a whole story out of it. So I was really inspired by the idea of like, what if we can have our own kind of Spotify but for short films? And I remember then speaking to a lot of people in the film industry about the idea of having our own platform for short film. And then I did kind of receive a lot of not so great feedback. A lot of them was like a kind of response like this. I'm not going to reveal the person's name. It was more of like, a short film not being a marketable entity, or a short film, you should use it only to build your own portfolio. And also short film, they would not bank on the idea of starting a short film platform. And this is where the title of the talk kind of started with it. So don't worry, you're early. Essentially, in this talk, what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of show you guys some codes of how to build a company from the future and the present now. So these are some of the stuff that I've learned throughout the way that, when you're building a company, that people might not get it straight away, but this is some of the codes and stuff you can do to learn on the way. First and foremost, I kind of wanted to maybe explain a little bit, because I know there are some misconceptions in terms of what a short film is, especially people that are not in the film industry. A TikTok video, it can be seen as a short film, but this is not what I'm here to talk about. And I know TikTok is probably going to kill me for this, but so the short films I'm talking about are usually, it's a narrative film, usually under 30 minutes, and an average short film you're looking about 5 to 10 minutes long, and these all varies from different genres, so drama, comedy, sci-fi, you name it, so all different genres. That's what a short film is. So for the purpose of this talk, I'm going to talk about these 4 points here. So I'm going to basically talk about the idea of how we use the concept of time to help us build a platform functionality. And then I'm going to touch on the idea of like how simplicity has actually helped us build a brand identity. Then I'm going to go on and talk about authenticity, which kind of helped us to discover the sort of content we should be showcasing on our platform. Then I'm going to wrap it up with community, which to me is everything. So that's how I'm going to kind of run through this talk. I'm going to also try to speak really slowly so you guys can hear me. I speak 3 languages, by the way, so just bear with me. Time, we all heard of like Time is the Essence by Wizkid, right? Yeah, guys? I want to hear yeah. Okay, so, you know, we all know time is really everything. And so at the time when I was kind of thought of the idea of, you know, to build our own platform for short films. And then I went on to this like a wormhole of doing loads of research in terms of other platforms, like video platforms like YouTube and Netflix at the time. And one thing I discovered is that we as audience or people that are users of this platform, we spend a lot of time just like searching content rather than actually enjoying content. There's something I kind of thought, you know, if I'm going to build a platform, I wanted to have this basically, we want to fix that issue straight away. Then I'm a proper geeked out person, so I kind of spend a lot of hours on YouTube and other places to discover like loads of researches. Then I landed on this guy. Does anyone know who this guy is? Anyone? Barry Schwartz? No? Okay, cool. All right. It's awkward. So this guy here, he has a YouTube TED Talk in 2006. And the concept of his TED Talk was basically called, God, I forgot it. The idea of it is called, you know, time. So basically, if you have a lot of options given to you, and you feel less satisfied because of like the overwhelming of choice. And I remember like spending hours and just like going through and learning all about his work. Basically talked about, you know, we're more satisfied when we're given less, and we're more dissatisfied when we're given more options. Then that was kind of my first step of building the platform. I was like, if I'm gonna fix this issue, let me do more research, figure out, you know, how do we fix this? That was the first person kind of looked into. And then the second one, it was, because I come from a creative background, even though I run a business now, I wish I still do a lot of creative stuff, but running a business, it doesn't allow me to do that. But then I kind of tapped into a lot of my creative background in the past. And when I was young, I was really inspired by like simple design by this designer called Data Rams. And this is essentially a radio. So you have speakers. So you have speakers on the side, and that wheel is basically allows you to tune in different channel and volume. It's really easy to use equipment. So then I was kind of really inspired by that, you know, that idea. How do you make something just like cuts through, allows you to do what you need to do, less fluffing around? So I was kind of really inspired by those two things. And again, this is all kind of like saving you time, spending your time to actually enjoy the content that you need to rather than to like be browsing. And as the great Kendrick Lamar once said, we ain't got time to waste time, which is my favorite bars ever. This is where we landed with our design of the app. So as you can tell, like, you know, it's really dead simple. When you go on there, it says, then it gives you 3 options, 5, 10, 20 minutes. And then the sequence of the app is you select a time, and it gives you the option of films according to your time. Then you select a film, you hit play. It's really, really that simple. And then what we discovered by making it so simple as a functionality allowed people to utilize their time to be enjoying and discovering this amazing content. So the time you'll be traveling to work, the time that you'll be on your break, or in the morning when you wake up, you're endlessly scrolling on Instagram, you can literally spend those time to just watch this amazing content. So that was kind of the first thing we tackled, so that time. Do you guys get it, right? Okay, great. So next, we'll move on to the next thing. Simplicity. So my mom's actually here in the audience. Big up, mom. she loves it. So my mom would probably tell like I'm such a simple guy. Like I'm one of the people like I don't need much to kind of be satisfied. So I kind of the same idea of like simplicity. I wanted to implement that into our company logo, because I think your logo of a company is almost your badge. So then I started looking into researching into these 3 logos. RIP Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter, I don't know. So I was kind of really inspired by these logos. Like these logos are simple, but yeah, so effective. How did they do it? So I'm like, I need to make sure our logo looks like them. So I was doing a bunch of like researching into old logos that really inspired me. So I came to these 3 logos. Then my next phase of research, it was I started looking at colors. And then I started looking specifically on video platform colors. And most of these platforms, they have this very kind of strong color, like red, black, blue. And as you guys can probably tell, I'm not really, I'm not aggressive type of person. So I kind of wanted to make sure, like, the logo also have that kind of warmth, chill vibe, the way I am as a person. Then I started tapping in again to my upbringing and things I really loved as a young 20-year-old Janvier. So this is a work by Oliver Ellison. I don't know if any of you guys actually went to this exhibition back in 2012. Anyone? Yeah, it's amazing. It's like literally, I even have it as a screensaver here, as a proof. It's literally the most inspiring exhibition for me. And so what's interesting about this exhibition, when you walk into, it was at the main hall of Tate, you walk in, it's basically this light in the shape of a sun. You walk in and it kind of illuminated the whole room to orange. So when you walk in, you feel instantly, you feel really calm, really warm. It kind of gives you that warm vibe and very warm feeling. So that's the sort of kind of vibe I wanted people to get when they see our logo. So I started doing more digging in terms of research in my journey to find what our logo should look like. Channel Orange, the greatest album of all time. Yes, I don't want anyone to debate me about it. It's the greatest album. And what made this the thing what makes Channel Orange so great is not just the color orange, it's also the content, how vulnerable and how warmth it was. So I was like, you know what, I want our logo to feel like that way. So I know I'm probably talking so deep about a logo in colors. And then so looking at these 2 work, this is what we landed in terms of our color palette. So you have white, orange, and black. And then me and Ben, our old graphic designer, then we went on to like this journey to kind of figure out how our logo should look like. So when you start looking at the logo, you can see from icon A and all the way to icon E. So it starts to kind of slightly bit complex and it becomes much, much more simpler. And eventually we ended up with this logo. So it's literally almost like it was basically a sun or a clock with a slice of your minutes or a slice of your time. So again, it kind of links with the previous slide in terms of time and in terms of simplicity. And this is how it looks like on Google Apple Store. And then we added the word minute shorts next to it, so it's easier for people to read. So I'm going to move to the next slide, authenticity. So regards to authenticity, when you go to online, you just search the meaning of it, and this is where it comes out. It says, authenticity is the quality of being genuine and real. So I've highlighted the 2 words here, genuine and real. And the reason why I highlighted those things is because of this film here. This film called Wilson, as you guys can see, is by a young director called John Organ. I'll encourage everyone to go on Minute Shorts to search his work. I'm advertising my platform at the same time. What I like about this film is, right at the beginning, when we built the app, so then we wanted to get content in our platform. So I didn't want Minute Short to be just another YouTube where you just have any old cats and dogs, wedding videos, all this other stuff. I wanted to be very kind of specific content that really speaks to certain type of people. And I remember I went to the screening and I watched Wilson, and what was so great about Wilson, because I saw myself in it, it was basically a film about a young black man who was experiencing mental health or mental breakdown, but he felt the pressure not to kind of speak out or to kind of ask for help. And I remember after watching, I actually on my way home, I felt almost in tears because I was like, oh my God, for the first time in my life, I actually felt so seen by a film that I felt it was so real. And on the same night, actually, it must be really crazy. It must be like about midnight. I emailed John as I really love your film, bro. Let's meet up. And so this film was literally, it was the first film that kind of helped us to identify the sort of films we should be showcasing on our platform. So like real stories, genuine stories, because once you have those things, it kind of, allows people to see themselves in it, and it kind of brings people to your platform. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play you guys a clip of one of our films called Yara. And the film is about a trans woman in Brazil. It's a short clip, because it also looks fucking amazing on the thing as well.
Se sentir segura, né? O que é se sentir segura sendo uma mulher trans? Eu acho que não existe lugar seguro para uma mulher trans.
So yeah, you guys enjoy that? Yeah? Yeah, so then, like I said, we discover our taste of content is, genuine and real content is what we really wanted to kind of showcase. So as time went on, then we realized, it's not just showcasing the content, it should be something we should be spotlighting. Then we realized it'd be better if we start spotlighting the people behind there. So like the director, the writer, the producer, so that way it becomes a real life story, both in the front and both in the back, behind the screen. So we started this small series called Minute Moments, where we basically spotlight filmmakers. We get them to record themselves and ask them basically to answer 4 questions actually. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play you guys another clip of our Minute Moment series, where there's a filmmaker called Chelsea who basically kind of does a little introduction of herself, and it's only like a short version of the actual clip.
Hi, my name is Chelsea and I'm a filmmaker and artist based here in London. I'm shy. And I'm here with the lovely Minute Shorts. I have my questions in front of me. I'm going to be doing a direct Q&A. So,
amazing. Have you guys heard of Charlotte Regan? Anyone here? No? Okay, cool. All right, so over time, when we started doing a lot of spotlighting artists or filmmakers, one thing we realized is filmmakers start getting more confident with their work. And so Charlotte is one of the prime example of a filmmaker who wanted exactly how we wanted, the way we see the vision of how a filmmaker should be. So she basically, her film is all about her real life experience, this experiences she experienced in the States, in London. And she did a few short films with us. One of them called Stand By. It got nominated by BAFTA's short film. And over the years, she worked on 4 or 5 short films with us. And then at the beginning of this year, she did her debut feature film, which won basically the Sundance Jury Award. And then her debut film is actually currently out in cinema, which I'll recommend everyone to check out. It's an amazing, amazing film. I'm going to move on to the next point, which is community. So what we did with Minute Shorts, so we built an app. So we got the branding looking very warm and chill. And then we got the content looking very real so people can connect to it. So the next step was how do we get people to discover this content? So with me, I was kind of really, my goal was to make sure people like yourself, people that are not in the film industry, to actually discover this content. Because people are already in the film industry, they already know where to find this content. They can go to a BFI film festival, and plus the film industry is quite exclusive anyway, so everyone kind of knows where to go. So my goal was I want an average person to discover this short film, and then they can kind of enjoy the short films in their spare time. So that's what the idea of starting a film screening events came to us. So with our film screening event, I was kind of really interested to not to have a standard film where you all sit down and watch a film and then you go home, because you can just do that to any old cinema. Or because I wanted the screening to be much more a celebration of the content, celebration of the filmmaker, the celebration of the community we're building. So then I started looking at brands and places that really inspired me. So I was looking at Boiler Room. And what I found interesting about Boiler Room, what they've done really well is that they broke that fourth wall where the audience and the DJ, they almost intertwined, they all live so they're basically all in the same place. So it makes it easier for people to communicate, to kind of meet each other. So then that's why I put this picture up, because it also looks amazing, it looks cool. Because one of the guys is also my friends, that's why. So I'm going to show you guys a clip of our attempt to do a Minute Shorts version of Boiler Room. So last year we had an opportunity to work, last year we worked with Somerset House, with Gareth and Carson, who does a Gareth and Carson studio. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. But we came in quite last minute to curate a whole month of outdoor open-air cinema. And when we got given an opportunity like that, we're like, you know what, we're going to show them Wagwan. So I'm going to play you guys a clip, just a little snippet of how this event went down.
You'll leave with brand new strings, my youngest son.
Amazing. So with our community building, so right at the beginning, as you can see, our events, it looked and it felt like you're watching film in someone's living room, and that was purposely created like that because we wanted, again, like I mentioned at the beginning, we wanted the audience and the filmmakers to kind of intertwine and live kind of in that same space, so they make it easier for people to meet, to talk. So at the beginning, this is what our events looked like. And then as time went on, then we started we moved our events into bigger spaces and cinemas. We started using screens in a way to kind of communicate with our users. We'll have random quotes, random messages on the screen to make people laugh. And as time went on, then pictures like this start, you can see the same sort of vibe, where the audience, they just feel really chill on our events. And then, again, as time went on, then we started experimenting a lot more stuff in the cinema. So have you guys heard of Connie Constance? Yeah? Cool, yeah, amazing. And so we worked with her at the beginning of the year to screen one of her films where we worked with her and Everyman Cinema in All Street, in Angel, sorry. And she literally had a punk rock rave before her events. We literally were you can only play 2 songs, and I play 5, 6 songs. We're you need to stop now. It was literally, people got off their seats, started dancing and around. And then after that, after everyone called off, and then we sat down, we watched film, there was a Q&A. So to me, the reason why this really is important to me, or was really important to us, because again, it breaks that fourth wall and allows people to kind of communicate and meet and feel less, shy, less pressure to kind of, to go and talk to someone. And this is just our attempt to do the Ulfo Ellison. So I just want to show this picture because it looks cool. And then, so again, as time went on, then we started expanding into different cities. And the reason I put this here, not to show you guys that we're on other cities, but to us, community matters so much to us that we wanted the people that are experiencing of our content in other cities to have the same experience that people go to our events here in London. That's why at the beginning of this year, we started expanding into cities like Accra, Paris, Kigali, and then we're looking to also expand into all these other cities. So if anyone have any other suggestion, please do grab me at the end. I'm really open to chat. And the reason for that, like I mentioned, is not just so we can have a tick box. It's purely because we believe that community is one of those things can make or break something, and also community allows people to, collaborate. You might not have the skill set, but you can meet someone through a community that can kind of help you to bring an idea to life. So that's why it's really important to us that the same things we're doing in London, we spread it in other cities around the world. Also, another thing about community, what matters to me a lot is, so when I used to go to film screening events at the beginning, I didn't really see a lot of people that looked at me in the audience, so I was kind of really, I felt like it was my duty, or I still feel like it's my duty till now. So I want to see more, black, more Arabs, more Asian people in the audience, obviously whites. So I wanted to see more diverse faces in the audience. And the reason why that matters to me, because I think the more diverse minds you have, the more diverse people you have, the more diverse ideas you have. So then the idea is not just singular, it's not just talk from one perspective. That's what, you see loads of pictures like this in our events on social media, because we want to welcome all type of people, especially when we live in a city like London. I want to see the people that see, because when you walk out, Dawson is a great example. When you walk out of Dawson, you see all diverse people that are living together. So I kind of want to have that same crowd on our events. So as then time went on, automatically what we start seeing is filmmakers, the creators, they start automatically start collaborating. That's purely because the way we build a community allows people to feel at ease to collaborate with another filmmaker. I don't know if Akinola is in the building. definitely is not. I've always been shy. So then you can see here, Akinola here and Ella, two of my favorite filmmakers, they're collaborating on a film together purely because they both belong to the Minute Shorts community, and it made them feel at ease to kind of reach out to each other to work on this project. And they worked on this short film called Words We Don't Say, where Akinola was the executive director and Ella was the director. I'm going to play a small clip of their short film. Has anyone seen this film before? No? Okay, cool. Go to Minute Shorts. that was the same-ish plug. Okay, I'll slow it down, okay? So this is a picture of my old housemates. They met at Minute Shorts events, and then they got engaged 2 months ago, and they're having a kid in October. This is essentially the first Minute Short baby, which is amazing. This brings me so much joy because basically what I'm trying to say, you can find your love in Minute Shorts. But it's beyond that because I feel like, when I started Minute Shorts, the idea of it is like, I wanted people to enjoy films, go and collaborate creatively. So when you start hearing stories like this, like it brings me, it's basically it's surreal. You're like, you guys met in Minute Shorts? And I lived with them, which was quite crazy. And so I kind of wanted to mention this, like, the community we built allowed people to go beyond the working professionally. People can actually start building genuine connection, genuine relationship. Before I stop, I kind of want to, maybe on a serious note, on this one. This is where you can see Minute Shorts on all these devices, on airlines, and also on some of the boats and cruises. It's a flex. But what I wanted to say is the industry can do so much more with short films because the perception of short film is always that it's a stepping stone to make a short film. So what we're trying to do here, we're trying to make sure that the perception of it changes because short film can be its own entity because the work is made for short film is unreal, it's really original. And our job with Minute Shorts is we want to make sure we bring commercial finance into the industry and make it more popular so then that way filmmakers can then living off making short films. So that way you can literally say, I make short films. I'm not a feature film director, I'm a short film director. That's one of our goals, and I know it's a long goal, but we'll get there. And to finish it off as well is, regard to the title, Don't Worry You're Early is more for people who are crazy enough to step out the line and do whatever they want. And those people meet some people they can just see the future, and everyone say you're crazy, and they're like, no, I can see it. So that's what the title kind of dedicate to everyone that are crazy enough to do this. Thank you.